The 2021 NBA Draft is coming up pretty soon. And today I'm going to look at the latest NBA Draft rumors, and we're going to kind of buy or sell those rumors. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. But before I get into this video, a lot of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. So go ahead, get your life together, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like on this video. Subscribe, turn notifications, and leave a like. And let's go ahead and get into this video. I think we've got about 5 draft rumors in today's video. The first draft rumor is the Rockets have talked to the Pacers about the number 13 pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. So here, I don't know what the Pacers would really want in return. You would think probably somebody with some experience, maybe like a Daniel House Jr. I doubt they want to take on Eric Gordon's contract. That would make not a lot of sense, even though he probably would fit pretty well with this team. They've already got Jeremy Lamb as a sixth man, and they are going to probably lose T.J. McConnell this offseason. But I don't know about Eric Gordon. I think he would be one that they would consider. Avery Bradley, no. I mean, maybe it is one of these better guys like Christian Wood or Kevin Porter. I don't see them giving up Kevin Porter. And Christian Wood, I could see a trade happening this offseason for Christian Wood, but I don't know about for number 13. I definitely don't think so. So I sell that rumor. I don't really see that the Rockets have enough assets without giving up like their big players. Maybe even you give up a Kenyon Martin Jr., who has been pretty good, so I doubt they do that. That would kind of not make a lot of sense. Next rumor. Okay, our next draft rumor says that the Spurs do want to move up in this draft. DeJounte Murray and Derek White are available in a potential move up in the 2021 NBA Draft. So for the Spurs right now, they currently have a pretty young backcourt. They've got a lot of players in that backcourt that they could potentially play, though, with Devin Vassell, Lonnie Walker, Derek White, DeJounte Murray, obviously, and even Keldon Johnson. So they've got a lot of young players. So this offseason, DeMar DeRozan, their best player last year, is going to be a free agent. And Patty Mills is another player that just really doesn't fit the timeline of this team. And we expect them to go more so into a rebuild. And they want to move up, which is going to be hard. So if they want to move up here, for the Spurs, you've got to look at some things. So if we look at the 2021 NBA draft order, the Pistons obviously have the number 1 pick. They're not giving up that. The Rockets, same thing. Cleveland, I doubt. Toronto, though, at 4 could be a little interesting. Could Toronto possibly want Kyle Lowry's replacement in DeJounte Murray or Derek White? I think Toronto's definitely a potential destination here for one of them. If Chicago had their pick at 8, I think that could definitely be a destination for them for DeJounte Murray to go, and I think it still could be. But they want to move up in the draft, understandably. I would assume they probably want to move into the top 5, and the most realistic team in the top 5 that's going to be competing next year as well is going to be Toronto. Toronto, I do not expect to trade Pascal Siakam this offseason, and that could be a potential idea. Or they could just look for future picks if they see that it's just not there. It's just not there. The interest is just not there in trying to get DeJounte Murray and Derek White. And so, yeah, there's some teams, but I doubt it. So the Rockets really want Cade Cunningham, but they're unlikely to trade up in the 2021 NBA Draft. This makes sense here. You only would move up 1 spot. Detroit does have some interest, apparently, in Jalen Green as well from the G League Ignite, but they're still probably going to go Cade Cunningham. That's the obvious pick. They're going to go with Cade Cunningham, and so the Rockets here, they could trade up. They probably have the assets to trade up for number 1, but I just don't think they will. Houston could, but I honestly doubt it. I just don't see it happening. And Detroit's not going to trade that pick, I doubt. But there's some other rumors on that as well. But the Rockets, you can see why they want Cade Cunningham. It's a good fit on their team. They've got John Wall at the point guard position right now, but you don't expect him to be there much longer. Yes, of course, he's got that big untradeable contract, which is just not going to no team is probably going to trade for that right now. And for the Rockets, they don't have a ton of assets, like I said, to trade up, minus the number 2 pick. Maybe they could include all their picks, which they have. They have 23 and 24 via Portland, via Milwaukee. So they possibly could do something there and just give up like all 3 of those first round picks. But personally, if I was Houston here, I would keep the 3 first round picks because they need players for the future. Their own first round picks they do not have for the future because of the Russell Westbrook trade. And you've got to get as many first round picks, and with 23 and 24, you've got to hit on these picks as well in the late first round. Not to mention that you have to hit on the second pick as well. And this is going to be a big determining factor in Houston's future right here in this draft, considering that the 2021 draft is a stacked draft. They're going to have to make the right selection in the top 5, which is probably going to be Evan Mobley or Jalen Green, one or the other. Our next rumor, though, is the Cleveland Cavaliers surprisingly want to trade up to the number 1 overall pick. The Cavs are an interesting one here because, I mean, if you're talking about a place where Cade Cunningham probably does not want to go, it's probably Cleveland. Now, Cleveland is not a horrible spot, but the fit for him is not good. Now, you have Jared Allen at the center position for now. He could be gone this offseason. You've got Darius Garland and Colin Sexton in the backcourt. So right now, if you don't trade either of those, then he's probably like your starting small forward, and then like Isaac Okoro to the power forward, and maybe Kevin Love's your starting center next year. But it's known that Colin Sexton is probably going to be traded this offseason. And it's just a matter of where to. And maybe that's where they get the idea of Cade Cunningham. Maybe you put Garland at the shooting guard. And I understand it because Cade Cunningham does have some size at, 6'8". And Garland and Sexton neither do, with Garland only being 6'1" and Sexton only being 6'1". So they need a bigger guard in that backcourt. Okoro played pretty good defensively this year, but his offense still needs to be worked on. And Kevin Love, obviously, that contract is one of the worst in the league. You've got Larry Nance, who could be a trade asset this offseason, and Jared Allen, who knows, like I said, what's going to happen with him. He could re-sign, which I don't see very likely, or he probably is going to leave. So the next draft rumor that we have, and the final one, says that the Pistons are willing to trade the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. This one I can't see happening. I cannot see the Pistons trading up on one of the NBA's next superstars in Cade Cunningham. That just does not seem realistic to me. Obviously, their previous drafts haven't been good, but still, like Sekou, that pick didn't work out very well with, what was it, like the 14th or 15th pick in the draft. You've got a bunch of sitters, so hopefully they don't do something stupid where they draft Evan Mobley. But he fits pretty well here. And he said that he does want to play in Detroit. So you would have Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham in that backcourt, along with Jeremy Grant, and Sadiq Bey, and Isaiah Stewart. And that would be a pretty good young starting lineup. Now, this by no means, if they get Cade Cunningham, means that they're going to be a playoff team next year. They're going to be far away from a playoff team. Cade Cunningham not instantly is going to just put them right there to a playoff team. It's not going to happen. So Mason Plumlee's a trade asset this offseason for this team. Josh Jackson could be as well, along with Sekou, if they just really don't want him anymore, and Wayne Ellington as well. I'm pretty sure Wayne Ellington's a free agent, though. And Dennis Smith and Hamidou Diallo are free agents as well. So the Pistons, I don't think they trade the number 1 overall pick. I think they're selecting Cade Cunningham. I think it's just kind of a teaser, kind of like it was with Minnesota last year, and they're trading the number 1 overall pick. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications, because like I said, a lot of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. So go ahead and get your life together and hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. Thank you for watching, and peace.